So let's talk about how much money that it costed me to get my health back. Whenever I realized that I had some kind of mold exposure and mold poisoning, I had to spend $12,000 to remediate my house. That included getting new furniture to replace the stuff that I had to throw away. I also spent, before I realized I had the mold stuff, I was going to a naturopath, and I kept going because there was like more shit that we needed to clear and more stuff was happening. So I spent about $4,000 there. And then there was about, I would say, about 4 or 5,000 on functional medicine doctors and supplements. Supplements were the most crazy thing. Like, I spent so much money on supplements that I can't even tell you. Like, I had a tote full of supplements and 3 or 4 racks and like 3 or 4 drawers. So now I let go of all those supplements at my shop for cheap because some of them were opened, but it costed a lot for all of that. So I probably spent, trying to figure out SIBO, mold, my health, like trying to get myself back to normal, plus my ongoing prescriptions of low-dose naltrexone and the supplements that I currently still, have in my regimen, plus all the chiropractic visits, plus all the other things that I tried to do to like help myself. I guarantee you I have spent $200,000 easy. Now let's not mention, from the gut problems and compromise, my teeth started having so many problems. So I had to spend about another 15 grand on teeth just to get those straightened out. So we're looking at like $250,000 in order for me to know everything I know now and to be able to have my health 100%. So I try to give people as much tips as I possibly can. If somebody asks me a question about mold or illness or, chronic health issue or how to help this, how to heal that, I'll give you the knowledge that I have obtained and acquired and paid for free. I give out any bit of advice that I possibly can within reason over the internet. People hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or, just in person, like, hey, like, what do you do about this? What do you do about that? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? I do everything that I possibly can to give back, because it is that expensive. However, if you're really serious about your health, you have to do testing. You have to get a GI map. You have to get genetic testing. Like, you have to see what's really going on with yourself. You have to get the mold testing and, the organic acid tests, and actually pay a practitioner to interpret these things. If you're local to my area, St. Joseph Chiropractic is the best place to go. He's the most reasonable, awesome functional medicine doctor who also does muscle testing for your specific issues so that you don't take a bunch of unneeded and unwanted supplements, or even worse, get yourself sicker and have reactions to supplements by just saying, here's a protocol. It could apply to everybody, because it doesn't. Sometimes you need very specific tailored amounts, and sometimes you just need to know whether your body likes that or it doesn't. I do muscle testing with people to try to help them. I can do it via distance. I'll do it. However, if you want to get serious about it and you really want to do something about it, you need some testing and you need to see a practitioner regularly. So is it worth the investment? Yes. I'm 100% happy about the investment that I have put in to figuring out what's what in order to make myself be healed and healthy and happy and whole and complete again. I still struggle with digestive issues, food sensitivities and such. I mean, there's things that I'm always like tweaking and fine tuning, on myself, but, for the most part, I'm so grateful. So it's worth the investment. If you're living in mold, I can't stress enough to get out or remediate it, because you cannot heal a fried, neuro-inflamed brain that's hijacked from mold, or a body that is inflamed from mold, and heal. Like, it's not going to happen. You have to get out of there first or remediate it, and then you can start from scratch. I didn't know that there was mold behind one of my walls after I remediated. So like for 2 years, I was still experiencing symptoms. And then finally I found out that there was black mold in between my walls, like where the bathtub, is, and the drain. It was like there was mold coming out, or water coming down, and there was still mold. Once that was gone, I was able to feel a lot better. But that's number one. And then number two, with the same diet and the same traumas and the same things that you're dealing with in life, you also really can't heal. You have to retrain the brain. The brain becomes fried and inflamed. It's called neuroinflammation. There's a million things out there that cause it. Trauma is one of those huge things. So if you've had trauma in your life, and trauma after trauma after trauma, and then suddenly you're feeling so ill and have chronic illnesses or autoimmune conditions, you have to deal with that first. So find practitioners, find great mental health professionals, find energy workers, all that. I am so freaking reasonable. I'm $99 an hour. Like, most counselors, even just that doesn't do energy work or nothing, just regular talking to you about your freaking problems, $160 at least an hour, right? Reiki practitioners, $200 a session, more, whatever. Energy work, all that is sky high right now. Inflation is absolutely insane. All the prices of everything is just wild. So I try to do it for cheap. I give away programs for dollars, workout programs at the start of the year online. I sell my supplements at my shop for dirt cheap, especially open supplements. And so, I even have discounts for packages. So I do it as cheap as I possibly can for the economy. But I'm telling you, it's worth way more than that. So if you run into a practitioner in your particular area, and they're muscle testing you for supplements, and they have really good knowledge about everything, about it, mold, or about your genetics, about all that, then it's worth paying for your health. It's sad that our system doesn't really do anything to help, like insurance companies and such, that to have alternative type of care medicinally. But it isn't there, right? We're not there. We're not there in the health insurance industries. We're not there in the medical professions, because they don't teach these kinds of things. They make sure that you're alive, and that's it. To get into like all these other things, some doctors are catching on, but those doctors have gone out on their own, and they're called functional medicines. They're still medical doctors, the same as any doctor you're going to, but you have to come up out of your pocket for this, and it's not covered by your insurance. So find a way to change your mindset in order to make enough money in order to cover this. Have enough faith, have enough belief, have enough prayer life that you know that this is going to be taken care of and paid for, and it will be. I didn't have anything and have riches all coming out my ass. I just knew that I needed this and that it was going to be taken care of. So I encourage you to change your mindset first, so that you can bring in all the income that you need in order to get the good, valuable things in life. And, mindset's everything, right? Or you can just kind of mindset manifest that you're not going to have to pay for anything. That's all going to be paid for, and it will be. But you have to be able to believe that. So, get into your belief system and believe that you are completely whole and healed. Believe that you are the richest person in the world. Believe that, imagine it every night before you go to bed, and then let go and let the universe / God do their work. And now I'm going to eat this cassava arrowroot bagel, because I don't eat grains. Grains are inflammatory. Stop eating grains.